Good morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome to our New Jersey's Cheon prayer vigil. We will begin by greeting our Heavenly Parents and true parents. Cheonjin Champumoke Kyombe. Baro. We will now recite the family pledge, first in Korean.
가정맹세 3. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과 형조권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Thank you. Now in English. 3. Our family, the owner of Cheonilguk, pledged to perfect the four great realms of heart, the three great kingships, and the realm of the royal family by centering on true love. Thank you. We will now go into our opening prayer. Can I please ask Dr. Ward if he can open us up in prayer, please?
Sure. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Please join me in prayer. Our most loving Heavenly Parent, we thank you that we can come before you on this morning in order to share this time and to receive the words of our true mother. And through those words, our dearest Heavenly Parent, to connect to her, to connect to true Father, and to connect to you. Dearest Heavenly Parent, we need you to guide us every single day. We need to have you at the very center of our being every single day. We need our dearest Heavenly Parent to help this world to come to understand you as a loving parent who from the very inception of creation has always had the dream of establishing a peer relationship between his sons and daughters and your own being. We know, our dear parent, that this is always your desire for each and every one of us to understand that in creating us, your desire was that each and every one of us would be able to be even greater than you. Just like all parents want their children to be better than them, you also want us to be better than you. Those words we resonate with, those words we heard from our true parents when they first came to this country. So we come before you on this morning, and we ask that you will bless this time that we offer to you as a condition to make this whole day your day. And we pray and ask our loving Heavenly Parent that you will be able to speak through our brother Stephen Boyd this morning as he shares with us about Mother's words. And we ask our dear parent that each and every one of us can be able to inspire each other, uplift each other, and be a pure offering before you. We thank you for a new day, our dear parent, and the opportunity to have this moment to gather together to remind us why we are living this day. I want to report all these things now, upholding the names of our true parents, in the names of Thomas and Alexa Ward, a blessed central family. Adieu.
Aju. Thank you so much, Mr. Ward, for that beautiful prayer. We will now go into our morning light stretches. So we'll begin with 3 big deep breaths in and out. Breath in, out. 1 big deep breath in, out. 4 big deep breath in, out. All right, so we do a big stretch up to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up to our left side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll put our hand back one side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do crossover. 5, 4, 3, 2, Other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move your shoulder back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do shoulder rotations one way. 5, 4, 3, 2. Way. 5, 4, 3, 1. Rotations now. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. For the last 10 seconds, you can massage or stretch whatever body part you feel needs it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Hopefully everyone's wide awake and ready to share any appreciations or gratitude for today. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. Um, some people in my group were a little shy, so I'm not going to ask one of them to come up. But I know I already asked Dr. Ward to share, so do the open prayer, but I really feel that Mr. and Mrs. Ward had amazing things to share about appreciation and their gratitude for today. So can I please ask you guys to come back up?
Thank you, Jeanette. What I shared was this past Sunday, the Family Church of Mid-Hudson Valley, which was formerly located in Barrytown property and is now looking to where it will continue, had some breakout groups to discuss vision and to discuss finances. And it was very, very, very moving and very forward-looking. It was very honest. People really shared their concerns, their aspirations, their goals. It was such a beautiful reflection of being a holy community where you could share whatever piece or part of this was on your mind and heart. And my strong feeling from this discussion, both in the vision area and the finance area, was that Heavenly Parent is really guiding us. And Heavenly Parent is looking for a way to help every one of our communities move to the next level. And I'm very hopeful that that's going to happen with our Mid-Hudson Family Church. Barbara, sorry, I'm the one sharing all this, but I somehow was in this spot. But it's very hopeful. And I could see through the sharing how much we've all grown, how much we're dealing with our own individual struggles, and how much we're trying to go beyond it in this era of leadership under True Mother. A very hopeful time. Thank you.
Yeah, I was sharing that this past weekend I had the opportunity, together with Dr. Claude Perrotet, to interview the first graduating class of the Peace Studies program, and the last at HJI. And the last step in that process is an internship. And it was so amazing that this very first class, that they had such outstanding internships. One interned at the United Nations at headquarters in New York. Another interned at the United Nations University for Peace in Costa Rica. Another interned with the Red Cross International. Another interned with the Parliament of India. Another interned with a major foreign ministry of a European country. And it was just so amazing. Most of them are second gen. And it was incredible how they've been able to integrate their learning experience, their experience as unificationists, and to bring it into these major organizations, and to really be able, first of all, to be accepted and respected. They all applied. Back then our name was Unification Theological Seminary, but these large organizations embraced every one of them and brought them in, and they did a great job, every single one. And I was just so inspired and uplifted to hear their stories and to see the ways in which they, particularly as second gen and as embodiments of True Parents' ideal, can really serve to transform these organizations. So anyway, it was very inspiring this past weekend for me. I'm still on a high, so thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Ward, for your beautiful sharing. We will now move into True Mother's memoir. So please prepare your hearts and minds as we welcome back Professor Stephen Boyd as he shares his reading and the insights for today.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to be with you, our family, this morning. So let's begin our reading. I crossed the Pacific and stepped onto American soil. Speaking in the 8 largest cities of the U.S., I announced that the era of women was near, and what it means for men, women, and God. On the first day, the people of Washington, D.C. thanked me deeply. They had thought of me only as the wife of Reverend Sun Myung Moon from Korea, but now their perception changed. I was now Park Ji-han, who represents us and represents the aspirations and value of all women. I planted in their hearts the seeds of female leadership that is necessary to complete the salvation of the world. My inaugural speaking tour for the Women's Federation continued through Europe, Russia, Asia, and Oceania. I will never forget what happened when I spoke in the Philippines. The day before the event, I flew from Los Angeles to Manila. On the plane, I took a short nap, during which I dreamed I was breastfeeding a baby. As I looked at the beautiful baby, I said to myself, I'm not of an age to give birth anymore. When I arrived in Manila, I discovered that it was a Catholic holy day, December 8th, the Feast of the Immaculate Conception. A woman walking on the street in downtown Manila happened to see a poster advertising my speech. The poster had me in a yellow Korean dress. Suddenly, the thought, this is the person who will fulfill Mother Mary's mission, came into her mind. Then and there, she decided to attend my event. She was deeply moved by my speech, during which she arose and loudly proclaimed, the one who came to the Philippines on this holy day is truly our Mother Mary. Cheers erupted throughout the convention center. So I wanted to, the first section here this morning, I wanted to go back to yesterday's reading, where Mother gets on the plane to go to America after completing her speaking tour in Korea and Japan. And the members around her said, oh, don't you want to take a full day's rest? And Mother says, no, like I need to go to America. I want to go to America. And I'm sure in the same way that Mother said she did not want the Japanese people and members to be orphans without her, in the same way she wanted to come to America. And as you know, true parents would often begin a providence in Korea. It would extend to Japan and then to the US as Adam Nation or Father Nation, Mother Nation, and then eldest son nation. And really the eldest son nation represents the entire world. So I'm sure Mother, in her effort and her desire to want to reach the whole world, wanted to come to America right away. And as we know, true parents spent decades of their life here in the US, not just for the sake of the people here alone, for ourselves, but for who we represent and how significant we are in the world providence. So Mother says, no, I don't want to rest. I want to go. So this led me to reflect on true parents' lifestyle. Being around true parents is not easy because they're constantly on the go. And really, they don't sleep. I was witness to the fact that true parents would sleep maybe 3 hours in the night. They would finish well after midnight, and they would get up before, or at least to come out into the public area well before 5 a.m., ready to begin Hundoke. And Father would get up from where he was doing. He would be with members till late at night, and then he would go into his room, and then he would come back out just really literally a short time later. And the amazing thing is that Father always looked the same. Mother always looked the same. You would not know by looking at them that they had, for us, barely slept the night before. And I remember Father telling us once, you may wonder what I do when I go back in my room at night, late. He says, I have things still to do in the spirit world or with the spirit world. And one brother who was on True Father's staff, True Parents' staff, told me he would often just sit in his chair. He wouldn't lay on the bed. He would rest in the chair, get up from the chair after a while, go wash his face, and come back out. So Mother's no different. They wouldn't rest. And why is this? I always think, how can they do this? Because Father would say, we're no bit different from you. We're the same as you. But they're driven by a conviction and a desire to, with God at the very center. As Dr. Ward prayed this morning. Thank you for that prayer, Dr. Ward. We want you to be at the very center. Heavenly Parent, we want you to be at the very center of everything we do. And so I know that this is the true parent's heart, and this is what gives them strength and energy. And it's not that they're not tired. I remember, as everyone knows, Father and true parents would go to the Belvedere garage on Sunday mornings at 6 a.m. every Sunday when they were in America to give a speech. And Mother would accompany Father. Sometimes the children would come. They were younger then. And I remember very clearly one morning, Mother was quite pregnant. This is probably 1977 or 1978. And she accompanied Father. And then you could tell Mother was not well. And during Father's speech, she stood up. I was kind of outside the garage, kind of back with the members standing outside. And True Parents' car was there. And so Mother just kind of really stumbled to the car. And brother who was driving her, caring for her, opened the door. Mother just fell in. She just fell in the back seat of the car. Obviously totally exhausted. So, but she was bearing the responsibility of her mission to be there for the members. True Parents always felt a duty to the members, and that duty came from their love. Also, I think true parents really know who they are. They understand God, but they also understand with deep conviction their own identity, their own mission, and their own responsibility. And they're driven not to push themselves just to stay awake, but also just push themselves. I don't know how to put it into words. They want to do something good for God. And so they were always vigilant in that way. I remember a group of Father's delegation came to Uruguay from northern Argentina, where they were in very primitive conditions. And having been there for many days, a brother who was with them told me that it was like very primitive and physically hard. And so when the staff got back, they came to the suite where true parents had in the hotel. And this brother said he just laid down on the couch. He was so happy to see a couch and just laid on the couch. I'm sure you can identify with that, And shortly after he had laid down, Father came out of his room and shook him and said, "Wake up, wake up. God doesn't rest. We have work to do." And amazing, just amazing, that true parents were driven this way, sincerely driven this way. So I just wanted to make that comment about true parents. Next, I have 2 slides I'd like to share my screen. So I was struck by Mother's words when she talks about coming to Washington, D.C. This is a picture of Mother at the 1992 inaugural address of the Women's Federation at Seoul Olympic Stadium. Can you imagine? I don't remember. Maybe there's 100,000 people, 90,000 people that can get in there. And apparently the stadium was full. Probably Mrs. Ward knows the answer to that. A full venue. And she was speaking for the first time. She says to us after she arrives in D.C., she says, "I'm no longer the wife of Reverend Sam Myung-moon in the eyes of the people. I was now Hak Jahan, who represents us," meaning, I think, women, and represents the aspirations and value of all women, planted in their hearts. Sorry, I can't see the text here. Hold on. I planted in their hearts the seeds of female leadership that is necessary to complete the salvation of the world. So Mother providentially was speaking from a different position. And finally, with this new providence and this inaugural world speaking tour, Mother could speak from the position on the foundation of really what her mission is and was. Then Mother tells us a story of her dream on the airplane when she was taking a short nap, that she had a dream of holding a baby at her breast. And then thinking in the dream, you know, this how this goes. You're dreaming, but you're thinking about your dream. Wait a minute, I'm too old to have a baby. But Father has told us when you have a dream like this, it's like you're giving birth to something. It's not a physical person, but Mother, it was in her role to fulfill her position of giving birth to a new humanity. The world has been without a mother, and it's through the mother that the birth is given. And so this mother had this vision and this dream, and then she tells the story of arriving in Manila shortly after that on that airplane trip. And when she arrives, it's the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, which is a celebration of the conception of Jesus. And it's a holy day in the Catholic tradition on December 8th. So I don't come from the Catholic tradition, so I probably don't appreciate it in the same way that someone from the Philippines would, or someone from a Catholic background. I know that some of our Filipino brothers and sisters may understand the significance of that holy day in the Philippines when Mother arrived in Manila. And she tells the story of the lady who saw Mother's poster, and she was dressed in a, hold on, in a yellow Korean dress. So I don't know if this is actually the picture that she saw, but how beautiful Mother is here. And the lady understood that Mother, in her mind, would be the person who would fulfill Mother Mary's mission. So we know that Mother's role is not exactly the role of Mother Mary. That would be Dame Nim's role. But nevertheless, Mother Mary represented in the Catholic tradition and the Christian tradition the role of the woman as best as God could portray it to us. And so this lady had a vision that this was the fulfillment of Mother Mary's mission. And obviously we know that the role of true mother as she steps into the world stage and as she takes that position in all of our lives. So in history, there have been many, many women, starting with starting with Mary in the New Testament age with the birth of Jesus. Mary Magdalene is another significant figure in God's history. And there are many saints, many sages who were women in history. And so I tried to think of a few who were like preparatory figures for mother's responsibility. I love the story of St. Francis and Clare of Assisi. Joan of Arc is someone that Mother would speak about often. In the Latin American Catholic tradition, St. Teresa of Avila. I love the life story of St. Rose of Lima, the first saint actually recognized by the Catholic Church in Latin America and the New World. And in our more modern time, we have Mother Teresa, and there are many others. I know Mother was always very interested in Queen Elizabeth. And I thought, that's curious. Why would she want to be so interested in Queen Elizabeth? But in some ways, the life of the Queen, in the case of Queen Elizabeth, was a representation of Mother's role. And so I think we should keep in our hearts this morning this kind of historic foundation, Mother's true internal role, as we consider what our relationship with true Mother is, and who she is, what place she should have in the world, and also our responsibility to her to be her voice. Mother's voice seems very soft and very quiet, so she needs our help to be able to tell the world about her and about how the world can receive rebirth through her presence, through her ministry, as Mother of Peace. So thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Boyd, for that beautiful sharing and those wonderful insights. And I'm sure that we all have so much to take away from the reading and also from your experiences and all your insights from today. So we will now be moving into our breakout rooms to share any keywords or key phrases or any insights that you took away from today. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. I had a very powerful and heartfelt discussion today with Mrs. Anne Marie Myler and Mrs. Carol Pobans. But because we don't have very much time, I won't be asking a representative to share, but I will be reading some comments. There's a lot of amazing comments today on our reading and our insights. So let me start. Okay, so we have Kofa, Mr. Kofa saying keyword arose, we are called to rise. Andrea Thiemann, key phrase, female leadership is necessary to complete the salvation of the world. Yes. Mr. and Mrs. Baines, this is the person who will fulfill the mission of Mother Mary. Mother makes often comments on Jesus' mother. Dr. Hendricks, I am grateful for True Mother's heart for Mother Mary, and that True Mother is a fulfillment of the ideal Catholics have of the true and pure Mother. And again, Mrs. Seaman, Mother Mary gave birth to God's lineage as our true mother. Yes, and the last one. Yes, Andrea, I had that thought. Mother Mary gave birth to God's lineage as our true mother. Yes. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing all your key phrases and insights from this beautiful message and insights from Stephen Boyd today. We will now be moving to our closing prayer and announcements. I will be passing it to Pastor Takino from New Jersey's Junction 1 prayer room.
Good morning. Good morning, brothers and sisters. I have one announcement today. So, starting today, I think the 3 days, we will have a national leaders meeting at Belvedere. And Pastor Naokimi and I will be attending from New Jersey. Thank you, Pastor Naokimi. And I'd like to remind all of us, this is New Jersey Family Church mission statement to create a thriving community that manifests Heavenly Parents through love by supporting families in developing their forms of heart. So all our activities, New Jersey Family Church, to fulfill this mission statement. And based on that, we created a family group. And last week, we had a young adult family group gathering. And this Saturday, coming Saturday, we have all general, especially communities, HTM, golden age, uh, uh, and widow and widower, even Sunday school teachers, everybody, that we like to invite into this thriving family group meeting this coming Saturday at the Creighton Family Church from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And early bird, yes, we set up because we're going to serve that lunch mainly. So early bird online registration by Thursday, end of the Thursday, $15. And later, regular fee is at $20. But so online registration, please quickly to online register. So $15. So you'll receive the this flyer and the registration link on today, Tuesday, e-news. Okay. Please join me prayer. Be most beloved heavenly parent, true parents. True mother true mother guiding us. And every year she has giving us one motto. Let us become true owners of Cheon Il-guk, who practice true love in remembrance to our Creator, the Heavenly Parent. This is true mother's wish to all blessed families, all second generation. We will practice true love and become the owner of Cheon Il-guk. How we can do that? Without knowing true parents, without knowing God, how we can practice true love and resemblance our Creator, God. That's why we have to study. That's why we need to pray. And we need to practice every day, every moment. Because God is living God. It's not only once a week they come to church. God always be with us. True parent spirit always be with us. 24 hours, 7 days, 364 days. That we learn from true parents when we joined this movement. Heavenly Parents, New Year coming here, 2024. We are going to start a new day. Today, East Coast, New Jersey and New York, like snow, white, beautiful outside. Then we like to make a new determination for new 2024. And we will meet with the leaders, national leaders. We would like to share our national leaders or through mother's vision and vision on this coming Saturday. Please invite many brothers and sisters to this Saturday, and we can share, Osana Kim can share through mother's heart, through mother's vision, and Reverend Dunkley's vision to our community. Please continue to guide all blessed families and protect them and be with them. I pray report this. My name, Natsushi and Namiko Takino, Blessed Central Family.
Please feel free to unmute for unison prayer.
Our dearest Heavenly Parents, we want to thank you so much for this morning, your guidance, your protection. We feel, Father, our true parents gave us so much hope in this life. And true mother is working hard
16th of January 2020.
in order to
Father, God's day is coming.
liberate all mankind from their sufferings, bondage, evil. I pray, Heavenly
True
Parent,
parents' birthday
I pray
celebration is coming.
really
And
overcome and
Father, how we
realize
really can
things that we have to change in order to usher heavenly blessing life.
we can represent
Heavenly Parents, we thank you so much for your guidance and enlightenment.
Father, this
We thank you so much
is
for your
so much of a confusion.
never-ending mercy, compassion,
and difficulties in every level.
to your children who are in the bondage of Satan.
We really can trust
How we can
in our
brothers and sisters
He is
in
Father
their
our
present situation.
position,
How we
situation
can
as a son and
support
daughter of you.
sincerely
Father, without
integration of our
this relationship every day,
Thank you so much.
every moment,
Thank you so much.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 360 days, 5 days a year.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Increase in the parents.
we are living God and we are living as well.
Thank you so much. In the parents.
Absolute, as a unique, eternal, changing position is our faith. Sometimes we made a mistake. Sometimes we say
Thank you so much.
but this is not just as a complaint, but we are trying to improve ourselves. Therefore, we may criticize, but Father, our heart is not really representing you. Our heart is not still representing true parents, true mothers. At this very moment of confusion everywhere. But Father, true love, practice of true love is
I pray, Heavenly Parents, for our tribe.
our weapon.
Jill, thank you everyone for your prayers. Well, that concludes today's Chanchum One prayer vigil. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. And hopefully I see everyone tomorrow and have a happy Tuesday. Bye, everyone. Have a great day.
Good morning.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Safe driving. Good day, everyone.
Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you, Gabriel, Timmy.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, Jeanette.
God bless you.
Good morning, Tendol and Emgard. Hi, good morning.
Good
Morning, Esther.
Good morning, sister.
Good morning.
How are you? Good
Morning,
morning, Papa
Charlotte.
Prosper.
Morning, Pastor.
morning, Mama Esther.
Normally, I want to be on camera when I'm